welcome. So happy to see you. You have now made one of the best decisions of your life by listening to the Locals Podcast, a podcast on media, community, and personal development for people like us. This week's local is straight out of Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, a place that's given us some of the city's most creative energy. You've probably come across his work before. Maybe you've seen some of his photos online, ended up in one of his casting calls, or caught one of his jump rope videos where he's dropping affirmations while putting in that work. He's a photographer, a traveler, and just an all-around creative soul who's captured people, culture, and energy all over the world. Welcome to the show, Shawn.
Thank you for
AKA
having me.
Puusherman.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I have to applause like this because these bangles.
They all make a noise.
Mm-hmm. I like the sound, actually.
Yeah.
You guys like the sound?
What's that called?
ASMR.
Right.
Okay, so I first heard about you, I think maybe it was 2020. It was in 2020 when I first came across your photos, and you did an exhibit at the Living Gallery. Maybe was that 2021 or 2020?
That was 2021.
Okay, 2021. Okay, so then it was 2021. The Living Gallery in Bushwick. And you did a photo series, and I didn't get a chance to drop by. Cause I wanted to go so bad, but I didn't. And then I remember, after that, I've just been following you since. And you've been dropping like affirmational videos with the jump roping, but your photo work is amazing.
Thank you.
So you're someone who has always captured real stories, real people, real faces with real lights. Now we're in the age of AI. So you ever heard of Sora 2?
Yes.
Okay, so there's Sora 2, AI generated videos, there's AI art, there's AI influencers now, and it's kind of further blurring the lines between what is real and what's not. So how do you feel about AI? Will you use it? And how do you feel about AI emerging into the art scene?
I don't like AI. I will never use AI. Even though, unfortunately, if you go on Google, AI is there anyways. It's going to be there. But me choosing to actually use it on purpose, no.
For your art, or are you saying in general?
In general.
Oh.
Both for art and both for everyday things. At my core of me being an artist, I believe in humanity that involves the good and the bad. And you're using your intellect to, get to the bottom of things. That's the fun part. I don't like shortcuts like that. Especially if it's like, oh man, I forgot how to tie my shoe. Hey AI, how do you tie your shoe? It's like you got to figure it out, And then as far as for art, I think that's disrespectful to artists because art imitates life, and I feel like if you skip that step, then I feel like that's disrespectful to life.
Yeah, I think that there's something. So I have a friend who always used to tell me I do screenwriting too. And I've written a bunch of stuff, and I've shot a bunch of stuff that I've never put out. And my friend used to always tell me when I didn't want to put something out, it's like, you can't skip steps in the process. Like you can't skip everybody seeing you start out as an artist and then like you become better and better. Like you can't just like come out and be like, I'm great now. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can. They call those people industry plants. But it's like those people probably been working on their craft behind the scenes for a while, and then they just finally got the backing to be. But yeah, but I say that's valid. That is valid though. That you should not skip steps in the process, especially when it comes to making art. Yes. Because the art comes from a human and authentic experience. Like it's not. Yeah. That is the thing about AI that's really tainting. Because I think AI could be a useful tool in life, in your career, but I would say when it comes to art, it's so tricky and scary. With the AI music, I'm like, imagine that you worked on your voice, you had vocal coaches or whatever trauma. Like imagine you was Michael Jackson and your daddy, like you had the dad that you had. Yeah. And it's just like, and then someone just steals your voice, everything that makes your voice, the pain, at your experiences, everything that makes your voice. Someone just takes it and they're just like, this is a new concept that I'm using. I'm going to play with your voice and make it into like a contemporary R&B song.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So that's what's scary because it's like the lack of integrity.
Yeah.
The lack of integrity. But you say you won't be using AI in your art at all.
I couldn't imagine where I would place it because I ain't gonna lie, at the root of my art, there's a lot of dysfunction, a lot of real life stuff. Yeah. And AI can't Like, it can't duplicate that. Like, a lot of people love my art, but with all due respect, they don't know where the art comes from. Like, it comes from a lot of happiness, a lot of sadness, and AI can't duplicate that. So I can't, I wouldn't use it.
Real sadness.
Yeah.
Now, there's times where I've definitely been like fleshing out like some sort of idea with like ChatGPT, but then I realize I'm just like, there's like you hit a wall sometimes because they just your ChatGPT can't empathize with a lot of things that the human experience goes through, like what it's like to operate in survival mode. It can pull from a bunch of resources and research, but it's like, how does it actually feel to try to operate in your friendships while being in survival mode, and then like maneuvering accordingly, and then even creating art. My pilot episode with Penny Peace was actually about that, like trying to create art while experiencing survival mode.
It makes you think of healing. It's like when people say like, I've been healing. It's like, it's ongoing. Like, it never stops. Yeah. And that's like,
I've done the healing thing.
Yeah, I was doing it for a while. Like, nah, you're still doing it. It don't stop. Damn, that sounds cool. So, question about the pilot. What was the hardest part of that, of you filming that pilot?
I would say the hardest part is probably just like the idea that there's a better time to do it. It's just like, you could be more ready, you could be more prepared, but the essence of it is just to do it. And so I'm like, okay, just do it. But I wanted certain things, like even up until the point of the day of, it's like I didn't get everything exactly how I wanted it to get it, right. But I was very satisfied with the product, and with that I was like, that's a job well done. Shit. I quoted Wolf on my pilot episode, and he has on his podcast at the end, he says, what does he say? He says, always remember that done is better than perfect. And if I'm satisfied with my work, then I'm living in my purpose. I'm like, that's real shit. Because I'm like, if I'm satisfied with my work, then what the fuck? Who's going to tell me?
Exactly.
Who's going to tell me nothing? Nobody can tell me anything. But I wrote a little blurb about this topic. I said, we are in a time where content moves faster than creativity. We're living in an era where everyone wants to go viral, but few want to go deep. Pause. It can be inauthentic and pretentious. Somewhere along the line, we stopped nurturing our artistry and started feeding the algorithm. And I also put, it's wild how being a creator now means constantly producing instead of evolving. The art isn't missing. The patience to make it is. We got the art. We got the tools. Being a human is the essence of creation. Like, fucking all that is all creation, is all creativity. So it's like, we have everything we need to make art. But yeah, the patience for it is running thin. There's a bunch of factors, the economy and like social media and the instant gratification era. Do you find yourself seeing microwave content? That's what I'm calling it. I'm seeing a lot of microwave art.
Absolutely. I find myself seeing a lot of it, and then honestly, for a few years, I struggled with adapting or accepting the idea of an algorithm, because I made an Instagram the first day like it came out, which is October 13th, 2010. You can fact check that. It's 2010.
No time.
I don't know if it's October 13th, but it's definitely October 2010. And back then, it was like, here's what I'm doing. Post it. You see it. Cool. Go about your day. Now everything is, I feel like it's very performative, and I can say that the last few years I struggled with like finding my grounding again, because it's like content wasn't a word, some years ago. Algorithm wasn't a word some years ago, and like I like art that takes time. Because because
art takes time.
Yeah, because art takes time, and then with the social implications of it, it's like, how do I put it? Like, I always told myself that I would want to model my career as a photographer after that of a music artist, because when I think of music artists with longevity, it's like they always took time between their projects. But nowadays, this artist just dropped a project, won a Grammy, they're about to go on tour, but you don't necessarily hear anything on socials for a while, and then people will say, "Oh, like they're
they
done."
exist?
Yeah, and it's like that's not
Ooh,
fair.
That's scary though.
It's very yeah. So
It's how we're treating a lot of things. I think that's pouring over into a lot of things. It's how we're treating relationships. I think people treat me like a phone sometimes. Like I'd be like, damn, you can't just pick me up and put me back down. Like,
That's
and I
not
feel like
cool.
sometimes people treat me like that, and I'm just like, but I don't think it's intentional. I don't think it's with malice. I think that people are just so used to like everything moving so quickly that they're like not tapping in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I think people sometimes will pick me up and put me back down like I'm their phone, or like ignore me because when I say ignore, okay, there's like this thing where you don't have to reply to everybody's text message.
Right.
Like especially now, it's like, damn, like this is not normal for us to be in this contact with each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people be acting like they're the president of the United States of America. I'm like, damn, like at some point get back to a sister. Like there used to be voicemails where you're just like, hey, I was just calling to hear your voice. I hope you're having a great week. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Like something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I just think that people are treating me like I'm an Instagram DM or like someone you can just interact with to that capacity, but I'm just a human being with a full spectrum of emotions and a full life. You know?
Yeah. And it's a lot because I feel for you, and I also feel like I'm on the other end of that where it is very overstimulating now. You know, like back then, like I could have 30 conversations at the same time, no problem. Now, nah, I don't got it. I honestly don't.
Don't got it on me, man.
But that's why I'm a lot more like accountable, because it's like I'll just tell somebody like, yeah, I'm not really here right now. Like, I'm sorry, I missed your message. Because it's like we're human. Like I don't have a reason to lie, and I don't really, you know, like we be in our heads. Yes. Like I feel like we see more than we were ever supposed to see as humans right now. Like we see so much. It's like wow. It's a lot of shit going on. So, and
not that this is a dating podcast, because it's not. But this is valid when it comes to dating because I was talking to a guy recently, and one of my homegirls was like, okay, well, did he text you all day? And I'm like, no. And then she was like, okay, like, well, what's up with him? And I'm thinking, that's fine with me. Like, I got shit to do today. If he hadn't texted me all day today, it's fine. Maybe I'll talk to him tomorrow. And then when we do, we'll really tap in with each other. Right. And I was thinking about this. I'm like, this is new. This is not normal for you to be like dating someone and then have the expectation of talking to them every day, all day. I'm telling you, people are expecting you to be texting them on the clock, around the hour, every day. That is not normal.
It's not healthy either.
It's not healthy. No. It's like you're supposed to go your separate ways, spend your time separately, and then it's about the quality of the interactions when you do spend time together.
Quality over quantity.
But constantly being in contact with each other is weird. And then also that's affecting our art too. I mean, everything is trickling down into each other.
Yeah. Everything's connected. Okay.
So you've been doing this for over 15 years.
Yes.
Right. So and doing this is photography, right? Yes. You're multidisciplinary. I saw you said you're a multidisciplinary artist.
Yes.
Like, do you want to describe your art and the feeling of your art? What's the feeling of it? What feeling are you trying to create for us?
The feeling that I've been working to create for more than half my life now is just an inside look into to be real for a second, the inside look into your average African American person that's just trying to live. Like for me, I don't know where my family comes from, right? And then that not stopping me from growing and being who I am today. I just like to live. I come from an area where in Bed-Stuy most people don't leave. Like, people are still on the stoop, people are still there. My mom and my dad encouraged us and me and my sisters, us to travel. And with me traveling, I see different parts of the world, different parts of people, and I try to showcase that through my art. So when I say multidisciplinary, right now, majority of photographers you'll see in New York City, they take portraits of people, pictures of people, right? And it's like, okay, cool, that's beautiful. But there's the whole world that's also beautiful. So for me, when I say multidisciplinary, it's not just pictures of people, but it's just pictures of life. So that may include pictures of animals, buildings, sunsets, as well as extended art that I've created with my captions, where I put extra messages on the picture to kind of help tell a story. Because for me, photography helps to tell a story, and that has then gone into cinematography. That's also gone into acting. That's also gone into just anything that involves showcasing what it means to just live and explore. So
from an authentic place. You have to have lived or be living. And so that's the thing. I appreciate resources and things like that to improve our lives, but back to that like artificial intelligence conversation, like we gotta and it's not an AI. This is crazy because it seems like this episode is AI based, but it's really about authentic storytelling, and continuing to live in your authentic voice, but by doing what you actually want to be doing. I think that in the age of content creation, it feels like everybody thinks that they should be making content to like, I mean, to an extent, people are being advised that everyone should be making content.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody's meant to. Like, I have friends who don't want anything to do with social media. I have a friend who's a dancer. Her name is Lala. Shout out to you, Lala.
Hey, Lala.
She has never made an Instagram. Has had one.
Good for her.
She has a little she has a TikTok that she jumps on. She's on Snapchat still. But like, other than that, Lala is very much in her life, and that's where she's happy. She doesn't want to be a content creator. She doesn't want to be on the scene, you know? And so like everybody has their role, like, and so I think that forces people, it puts a lot of pressure on people. I think people feel stressed out because they feel like they got to be like this content creator, and with that they have to have a certain image, and then if they don't fit those boxes, then they're not valid. Like the whole clean girl aesthetic for me, I had a girl who grew up with all brothers. I didn't know much about, like, I'm still learning a lot about the girly side of things. I'm very feminine, but still, like, there's still a lot of things that like I would see, like girls who had abundance of women around them, like they got it down early. The clean girl like aesthetic, the girly, I didn't fit into that, and I don't fit into that. Okay. But like that shit sells, and there was a moment where I'm like, damn, like I wish I had like a little bit more of that aesthetic, because I feel like things would catch on easier if I like, you know, because usually content that sells is if they want to be you or be your friend, or they feel seen by you. They see themselves in you, they want to be you, or they want to be with you.
When I think about because you raise a good point as far as you know, trying to kind of meet that standard, but then there's people who don't want to do it. It makes me think about community. Like, it makes me think like, let's say, right, for me in my career, before COVID, so let's say like 2016 to 2020, right, I could say that I was treated like a local celebrity. Like before COVID, it was like I could walk into a lot of places, like a lot of events that had a line, and somebody, the bouncer, already knew who I was. Someone at the front knew who I was, and to me that was like community. But it was just nightlife. And then post COVID, with the algorithm and everything now, it's like those things don't resonate with me anymore, right? I don't go out as much. I'm not around the same people. But the people I'm around now are a bunch of guys in Flatbush. Shout out to y'all. They just watch anime and play games.
That's cool.
They don't care about being seen. They don't care about, you know, all the stuff that's cool and new. They just watch anime and play games. And
Variety's
you know what?
The spice of life. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. So
that's what informs life and art itself. It's like, what the hell? Imagine if we all wanted to be artists, like the same type of artists, at least. We can all be artists, but it's like the same type. Imagine.
What? Speaking of art, what would you say is your preferred art form of choice?
I would say writing. Yeah, I prefer writing. I love writing and reading, and I'm good at it. So yeah, that's what. And I like to analyze people's words, even with music and everything like that. Like, I just appreciate and respect a good songwriter, someone who can really use their words, like someone who's a modern day, like Mariah the Scientist. There's been a lot of flack in the media lately, but overall, I really respect her as a songwriter. Like, there's a bunch of people from it. I'm just pulling from someone current, but yeah, Mariah the Scientist, or like just artists, Issa Rae, across various disciplines. There's people I can spot that are good writers that it's not obvious that they're Like that's what they're flexing. That their writing muscle is what they're flexing when they're doing their art. Because some shit just takes good writing, even if it's not obvious. Even in visual art, like even being able to convey a story, you have to be able to think about the story.
True.
So, how did you build your following?
Ooh, this is a great question. Funny enough, what they tell us to do now, post.
Yeah.
That's all I did. I posted. And I didn't think about it back then. It was like I went out. Let's say I'd go out to a party. Okay, so boom, nightlife. I would say nightlife. Me spending literally a decade out shooting at parties, helped build my following within New York City because things were booming. Like we're talking from 2015 to now. Like I've seen a lot of things grow. I've seen the early stages of things, and truthfully, I've been around a lot of cliques and groups and different kinds of, people who I was just around during the early stages, and I just documented it and I posted it, and I had a lot of passion for that. There were no implications yet. There was no pressure for me. So all I could do was like, oh, I like this, post it. Next day, oh, I like this, post it. And I did that for years. So that and staying true to myself allowed me to, build a following. Literally staying true to myself, I would say, is probably the biggest thing.
Have you lost any of them, or are you just like it's kind of maintained the same?
Oh yeah, I've lost followers for sure. Because over time, I didn't realize it, but I was definitely becoming a machine. Closer to, I'd say like 2019. I've lost a lot of followers, but I've also like still maintained and it didn't bother me because once I started losing followers, that's when I was detaching from the machine. And I'm still here. I'm still lit. I'm still authentic.
Hell yeah.
I'm still a great artist. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I censor myself out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, there is a war on hugs. They are trying to make us into individualists when we are meant to be collectivists. Human beings are meant to socialize. It is the very thing that amplifies us and pushes us forward as a species. So with that, we need community.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how did you, because you spoke about community already. It's so, I love how right before community, the topic comes on. People always on this podcast so far, they talk about community right before. Because that's how like ingrained community is in artistry in general. Because you can't do it alone. Anyway, which community was pivotal in your creative journey, and do they matter now? Because sometimes the people that get you there, you're like, I don't give a fuck about what you think when you get there. Because like sometimes like you're just driven. It depends.
Yes,
some people have been in situations where they're driven by a crowd of people that didn't have their best interest, and they got there though, and they're like, we gotta fuck all these like Machiavelli and fire everybody who brought me to the top.
So first, first I'd like to shout out my parents.
Shout out to the mothership and the fathership.
Because when my mom, we used to live in Queens, and we drive to Brooklyn every morning. I would look out the window, look at clouds, and my mom was like, okay, maybe you should try taking pictures of, because that's all I would do is stare at the clouds. So my dad got me a camera. So shout out to my parents for, just giving me the tools and putting me in after schools. And then shout out to my classmates. Like when I was in high school and I was just tinkering with the camera, people who were open to let me take their picture. Versus now, everyone, rightfully so, they have anxiety. They don't want to be in front of the camera as much. And then same thing in college. But then once I got to my second year of college and I transferred to a college in Brooklyn, I met, his name was LeVar, or AKA Dick by Air. Okay. And he is a powerhouse, a creative powerhouse. And back in the day when I was still very socially anxious, he brought me to my first party in the summer of 2016. And then from then on, he would just bring me to these parties. Celebrities would be there, other creatives would be there, and he was someone who he definitely like brought me into a lot of rooms. And I will always shout him out, like on Twitter, everywhere. Like I wouldn't have gotten to where I am now without him just pushing me or just dragging me in.
Yeah.
And then like you just mentioned,
not even just accountability, that's just straight up community.
Yeah. And fast forward to now, because you make a good point. There are people who, I won't say that they supported my journey. There's people who have benefited from my journey. And then those are people I don't talk to now, and now as far as my community,
they benefited from your journey, but they, at some point, it felt like they were supporters of your journey.
Absolutely.
But they were just benefiting, or they were, to an extent, they were pouring into it, but they were benefiting more. Like, what was that dynamic? For the people who are on their creative journeys, though, because I will say this. It's one thing being an artist, and then it's one thing, like, trying to make a living out of being an artist, because then once you start making a living, you start meeting people who want to take advantage, or they want to help, or they want to just support. On just one of those three, though. And so with that, you meet a lot of fucking people who come in blowing smoke up your ass, using the family word, using the friend word, throwing it around, all types of, using the love word, throwing it around to benefit.
There's a lot of people that benefited. We could call them opportunists.
Yeah, and what's the signs? What are the signs of those people?
What are the signs
How
of
do you
those
spot
people?
the signs?
Oh, how do you spot the?
For the people in that position that don't know, like, who don't have a big bro or a big sis or a mentor to tell them, like, these people aren't for you.
Oh yeah. Okay, so great. I love that because
that's who this is who it's for.
Okay, great. Because to be very honest, like those experiences were honestly traumatic for me, and I wouldn't want anyone else to go through them. As much as experience is the best teacher, those experiences suck. So as far as the signs that I could say for up and coming creatives and artists to look out for is first thing I'd say is the lack of consideration. Like, let's say for me being a photographer, these people were only around when the camera was around. If I was just me without my art form, they were nowhere to be found. Also, like, do these people actually check in on you? And when I say check in, I mean, like, hey, how are you? How are you? Not hey, are you gonna be here? You should come to this. If you want to take pictures, I'll be there. No. How are you?
Yeah.
Like,
I just want to see you. Yeah.
Right. Having actual conversation, just real life person to person interactions, so
I can't imagine also just being as talented. I feel like my talent is more so in my personality, and it's not as obvious too, because I have I don't think my talents are obvious. And so I think that for people like you guys have it harder when your talents are so obvious, because people are constantly on your ass.
And I could say I was naive. I could say I am genuinely a friendly person. Like, there's been so many times I'm just like, okay, and then once I burnt out, I had a big old wait a minute moment, and it just kept on, once I decided to finally sit and reflect, that's when it kind of hit me. And no one deserves that. No human deserves that. But granted, I will say this, I'm not gonna say it's 100% bad to be an opportunist, because I'm like, there are people who were opportunists and they actually cared about me as a person, and they were honest. Like,
there's a balance.
There's a balance.
But that's also not. I wouldn't even call them opportunists. I would just call them, they're just like supportive, like peers. They're like your peers. They're your colleagues. They're like, there's a balance with those people of like, yes, we're doing this because we're helping each other and professionally, but I'm a good person and I do care about you as a human being. But then you get those people that's like, they'll dog you, they'll dog walk you. You can be like, in the last 5 years of me trying to make my name in media production or build my network, I have run into a lot of people where it's like, oh, I thought you really cared about me, and then I'm sitting here and shit is hitting the wall for me. Shit is hitting the fan. I'm like not being able to give you the output that you need because I'm not doing okay. And then people are like when those people start to have a problem with you because you're not being able to meet their needs, that's when you have to start to look. And you have to be careful of those people that try to, because love bombing doesn't just happen in dating. Like, love bombing happens in friendships. Love bombing happens in professional relationships a lot.
It happens, man. Love bombing. What's the other ones? Gaslighting. Trauma bonding.
Don't let anyone make you feel inadequate. Once your art starts to become affected, once you feel like not empowered to do your best work, or not even just do your best work, because that's so much pressure to do anything.
Yeah.
When you're not empowered and you don't feel like you can or you're capable, that's when you have to start to rethink your shit. For real.
You just reminded me one last sign of those people who may not have your best interests at heart. In my experiences, and like this came up a bunch of times and I didn't realize it. You ever like be in one of those situations where like something good happens for you and people kind of doubt, like, hey, how'd you get this? Not congratulations. Like, not congratulations. Like
why you? Why you?
Why? Wait, how'd you get this? Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, so,
don't need no hateration or no holleration in this dancery. None. But yeah, that does happen. Or people who watch good things happen to you, don't tell you congratulations like publicly because for whatever reason, but will behind the scenes will be like, yeah, I saw that happen. Like, I have people who have acknowledged like good things have happened to me, but they don't want to publicly like for instance, like say I'll make a post like I got a promotion or something like that. I'm just using a hypothetical because I don't want anybody to think the shoe's fitting. No, I don't want anybody putting the shoe on. But I had a promotion or something at a job, and you'll see people be like, "Congratulations! Oh my God, that's so cool!" Or if I see my friends in person, it obviously is gonna come up, and then you have that one person who like swears they're in your community or they're in community with you, but they will not tell you congratulations. And they'll observe, they'll let you know that they've seen that good things are happening.
They'll watch,
but they will not tell you the congratulations. You gotta be careful of those people. It's shaky.
Yeah. I feel like everybody like in it. It's so interesting. It makes me think of like yin and yang. Like you can't avoid that. You know, like you're gonna have doubters. And you just gotta.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's people who you can move as intentionally as possible, but there's gonna be people who dislike you for something that you did, or for a way that you shine, or a projection that they have.
Talk about it. Shit.
That's period for black people. It's the N. Shit. That's a period. So how did you get the people to start taking you seriously though in your craft? Did they take you seriously the whole time?
No, because I wasn't taking myself seriously. So right now I'm taking myself more seriously and I am talking my shit more.
Yeah.
I feel like self-esteem, confidence, like these things that you have to build, go and find, like that was, I had to go through certain experiences where I kind of was broken down, and I had to build myself back up. Where I guess when we talk about how we just spoke about, people doubting you and stuff like that, like a lot of times, a lot of situations, I let a lot of things slide because I didn't have that self-esteem, or if I was passive aggressive for whatever reason that I wasn't aware of yet. But once I got to that boiling point, after that it was like, no, like I have to go and get what's mine because no one else is going to give it to me.
Never.
No one else is going to champion myself besides me. Like it starts with me.
And no one is ever going to give you some of theirs.
Right.
That's a big thing. Working in the podcast production, I've been around a lot of celebrities or people you would think, it's like, there's this perception that when you work with celebrities that like you just made it, like they got about to pull you up with them. No, they're fucking not. They worked hard for their shit too. They're not trying to do that. Right. For the most part, very rarely have I met. I've been working in with celebrities for like 4 or 5 years, and maybe I met maybe 1 or 2 that was willing to assist with some sort of opportunity to help me get anywhere else.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, which is amazing. And I say that all to say, like, you just got to put in that work, and then you just got to be prepared for your opportunity.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, like, a lot of these people are not handing anything out. They're just not.
Yep.
That's not what they're looking for.
That's true. No free handouts.
No handouts. Put in that work.
None of that.
Put in that work, baby. Let the work talk. But I do have a game for you. It's a very quick one, this one. But this one is this AI generated or is this human generated?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I have just a few little things. So you can look at the screen here and then I'll put some things on the screen.
So
Okay, originally this was not moving. This was like I was supposed to just grab the still for you, and the still wouldn't have been obvious with the still. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's moving.
Yeah, it's AI. Yeah.
But if you would have just seen the still and then the person just looking at the still, it would have been questionable.
No.
No.
I still would have been like AI.
You could catch. Okay, now
I ain't
close
gonna
your
lie.
eyes.
I'll be watching that. I'll be.
Okay, look at this.
Okay.
Where's the other one? Aha. Okay, it's not here. But this is the same person. But yeah. Ooh. Don't read the captions.
Okay.
Well, look at it. Look. AI. Human.
It looks like a drawing. So I'd say human.
Yep, this is human. This is self-portrait. This is the artist.
Yeah, it looks like
super cool.
Amazing work. Yeah.
Really good work.
Shall I turn away again?
Hyperrealism. No, it's okay. I'm just looking at this now. I got one more. But wow, look at that. Like, imagine being able to paint like that.
This will be a painting?
Yes. This is hyper surrealism or surrealism, I think it's called. This form of art. But yeah. The details. Like, what type of brain do you have to have? That's what I'm telling you. You have a special type of brain. And not saying that you're like more special than anyone else, but you have a specialization in that lane.
Absolutely.
And you found it. And so congrats.
Man, that's AI though.
This was not AI.
That's real?
Yeah, this is real.
That's a drawing.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
this is all the same artist. His name is Chuck Close.
Oh.
Yeah.
I studied him in high school. He's
popping. Don't look. Okay. You've probably seen this one before.
Is it the pixel one, the cube looking joint? Oh no. It's something else.
AI?
Yeah. Yeah, all that is.
This is an influence. This is an influencer. AI influencer.
Oh, very, very AI.
Yes. I know someone who created an influencer, a black girl though, and she's making money off of it now.
Oh, well.
Which is
okay.
Yeah, this is interesting though. Like even like the captions, can't believe I have a piece of me in an actual museum. Like what? You're not even real.
Yeah,
okay.
Like Star Wars.
So odd. Anywho, that's it for my segment on that.
Okay.
So I seen your inspirational jump roping videos. That's super fire. So catch him on Instagram doing those. He's basically saying affirmations. You write those?
No.
Oh. No, I was kidding.
No.
That's fire.
I started off writing them because my caption photos, like those were all like actual like remarks and statements that were said, and then because of writer's block, creative block, it was like okay, I just started off jumping rope for my mental, and then when I started like looking at quotes, there were quotes from me, but then I was like, someone else could hear this, so I just started jumping while saying it, because I'm like, oh wait, this is cool, because then I started thinking about when artists be on stage and they gotta have a lot of like breath control. So I'm like, I'm doing that too, and then I just started posting it every day because I was jumping rope every day. So I was like, let me try and find a quote for every day, because every day is different.
That's
and
fire. How do you find a rope this tall? I didn't know you were so tall.
I'm only like 6'3".
You're not 6'3", you're taller than that.
Nah, 6'3.5". I'm not.
Are you sure?
I'm not 6'4".
Because my older brother is 6'3". You were giving like 6'5".
Nah, maybe 6'4".
Well, when your art is being put to the test, when the pressure to create something infiltrates your space, how do you stay authentic in your craft in this age of just put shit out?
First off, I read. Shout out to Rick Rubin's The Creative Act, A Way of Being, because in that book he speaks on literally what you just said, and I think about like perfectionism, where like, oh dang, I don't want to drop this yet because I'm waiting for some special time. No, because what he speaks about in the book is we're like fountains, like we're always going to create like new art, But if we hold on to this, like let's say if I got 10 different projects, I hold on to all 10 because I'm waiting for the right time. I'm not gonna create anything else because I'm kind of holding up that river. So
that is me.
Yeah.
Well, now it's not, but it was.
Yeah, that still is me. So so now I just post like
you even got. Okay, it doesn't matter. I would say the blinks. Listen, the universe will remind you that you should just put it out. Because when I told this story a bunch of times on social media and on the pilot, but I wrote and shot a web series. I shot the pilot, and I got someone broke into my rental car and took my hard drive, and it had a bunch of the scenes and all of the audio on it, so I couldn't put anything out. But I was holding on to it for too long. That's the thing. Like, I had been holding on to it for a while at that point. Like, you should have put it out already. I think that was my lesson. Like, first of all, back up your drive and put your shit out. Back it up, put it out. Back it up and dump it.
I know that's right. Dump it. Yes, ma'am.
Where can they find you, Shawn?
Where can they find me? You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
Puusherman
YouTube.
With 2 U's.
Yep, Puusherman.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I just want to say my message is welcome to the modern world where it is getting harder to differentiate between what is real and what is fake. But authenticity is the essence of creativity. That includes the good, the bad, and the ugly. So lock in, block out the noise, and make that content. Don't let it make you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Can you answer a question in your Jay-Z voice?
Yeah.
Sean was doing. Sean has multiple Seans inside of him. So the thing about being Sean is that there's like, you have like the essence of Sean. So there's another Sean that you have. Sean, how do you find community?
I find community through likes and dislikes. I find community through commonalities, because unfortunately in the world that we live in, they try to keep us divided. They try to make us think that we're all so different, but a lot of us are the same. So through music, through playing games, through sports, I find community through that. You know, just me being me. I might be out with Beyonce. That's my wife, by the way. Me and Blue Ivy, you know, we'll go to the park, you know, and Ivy might be like, I want to go on the swings. I'm like, okay, go ahead. And then she might be on the swings with another girl, and then guess what? They both like the swings. And that's right there. That's how you find community. Share. Rockefeller, La Familia. Share. Over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you.